want to show you guys how to do a European mount. I harvested this nice buck. First and foremost, I like to put on my rubber gloves. All right, first thing you want to do is just cut right up the middle of the skull. Nice sharp knife, always helps. And then you're just gonna peel it back from the middle. Just kind of fillet it like you would a fish, I guess. Just like that. The toughest part is around the antlers. You have to kind of put a little extra work around that. All right, once you get to the ear, you can just cut the ear right through the ear. Just work your way around the whole thing. That's one side done. And just start working it the other way. Gives your thumbs a good workout because you're always holding the skin back. There's no real magical way to cut like towards the antler. You just have to kind of keep working at it. We're on the back side of this ear. Cut that ear off. There we go. There you have it. This is the tedious part. You want to get as much meat and skin and everything off before you start boiling. I like to come from the top, get under that antler and just kind of scoop it out with your knife. I kind of slice towards the skull. The one thing that never fails is when I clean a deer over here, I'll get other deer walking right up. Last night I was cleaning this buck and I had a big buck chasing does through here. It's something to see. And sometimes they look up. One year I had a buck walk right up to me on this hill. I'll show you a video of that. Actually, I'll put that video in this video so you can see it.
Are you serious? Okay, yeah, I killed your buddy. What's up? You want to be next? Oh, yeah. Here we go. I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, he's smelling the tarsal glands.
Pretty cool. But now, the tedious part is just working around the whole skull, getting all this meat. You want all this meat out of there. It's really easy to clean your own deer, too, once you get the hang of it. But you gotta start and just do it, and then you'll learn. A lot of it's just following the lines. So there goes the tongue. A lot of times you can see what they were eating. Sometimes it'll be stuck right in here. I don't know what that is. Ooh, that's weird. It's these little like black balls in its neck. I'm gonna look that up and see what that is. If anybody knows what that is in the comments, let me know. It's those little black balls right there. I'm not sure what that is. All right, there's the tongue. Look at that. It's like a bean. Let me cut one of those open. Look at that. Ugh. Take a bunch of that cheek meat out. That actually looks like pretty good meat. It's kind of like on a walleye. A little cheek meat, that's the best part of the walleye. Score that, cross cut it if you can. All that'll get boiled right off. Another thing you can do is come in behind it. Extra meat meat in there too you want to get out. So just doing this Euro, and I got this weird feeling like something was watching me. Yeah. All right, so trying not to be distracted. I got this buck right behind me. I gotta watch my back. My luck, that thing's gonna come up and just jab me in the ribs. Oh man. All right. Talk about having a heart attack. You guys saw that little buck. Well, I shouldn't say it was little. It was a decent buck. He bedded down, just watching me clean this thing. I hear a commotion. I look over. There is a monster buck. Ran that little guy off. Walked right up. I got it on my phone. I just grabbed my phone really quick. I'll put it in this video so you can see it. It's not the best footage, but he was right there. Just a giant. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. He just ran that other little buck off. Giant buck. It's crazy out here. It's like a deer zoo. I hear more running over there. It's full on rut. They're running around like crazy. November 24th, Johns Creek, Georgia. Man, they were doing it last night too. You know what's crazy about seeing that big buck just now is it's 12 o'clock in the middle of the day. So what does that tell you, hunters? Get your butt in the woods. We got that meat off, we're gonna boil the head. Get that thing going. Just got a big old cheap pot filled with water. And basically what you wanna do is make sure, I'll bring you over here, that you want the antlers out of the boiling water. The more you boil it, if you boil it too much, the bone gets pretty brittle. Like I get it up to a boil, but then I back off the heat a lot. All right, so I got this thing rocking. You can see I took some wire and I just kind of tied it around the antlers so that it holds the antlers up out of the water. And once that gets boiling, I'll manipulate it a little bit and get it so it's, you know, because you want to get the top of the skull and such. So I'm gonna have to play with it, but. All right, now that I got a nice rolling boil, I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. So it's time to take it out of the boil bath. That's what it looks like. And now the fun part. Messy, but you can see that meat's just peeling right away off of that skull. Not going to get everything with the pressure washer, but it's going to get a majority of it off, and then you go back with some pliers and another knife. Always be careful with the tip of that nose too, because that's like one of the parts that's really brittle. But I'm just going to give it another little soak for about 5-10 minutes, and then blast it again. Use some mechanics wire. You could use a clothes hanger. And we'll give it another 10 minutes in there, and then I'll pull it. If anything's left on there, it'll leave like a brownish tint on the skull, and it doesn't look very good. So just take your time with it. Pull it all off. Give it another blast. You don't want to have too high of a PSI on your pressure washer. It might bust through the bone, but this one about perfect with this nozzle. We've picked the skull, we boiled the skull, we pressure washed the skull, and now you get your trusty tools. Needle nose pliers, knives, that's it. And now, I like to start with a knife and just go around and get the little bits and pieces. Get inside that brain hole with your knife, just kind of cut around. Stuff will magically fall right out of there. Looking good so far. Oh yeah, look at that. Get that out of there. So long. The other side. Oh yeah. That's great. You want all that out of there. All right, that's looking pretty good so far. We're almost ready for the next step. I'm going to spend a little bit more time on it, just getting the little invisible pieces, but you can see it's pretty good. And then I'm going to spray it one more time too. All right, so far so good. It's looking good. Oh yeah. Last step. We put this thing in a bleach bath. Just make sure you don't get anything on the antlers if you don't want it to be, you know, bleached at the antler. But just be careful when you pour it. Kind of just pour it all over it. Just like that. Put a bunch of bleach in. And then I add some water. I'll just put a little water in here. Get this bad boy up to the antlers. I hit it with bleach, you know, a couple times. And we'll let that just kind of soak all night. All right, come into my man garage. Got my K5 Blazer. Got my electrical bike. And I'm gonna show you a couple skull mounts that I've done. There's one there. Got a couple bear skulls. Got a number of them. Pretty good. Got a black bear over there. All right, we let that thing sit overnight in the bleach bath. Ooh, got a little on the antler there. And it's looking good. You can see on the back of the antlers, you see how much that takes out the color. So if you don't want that, I didn't mind on this one, but on the back there, it really eats away at that darkness in the antler. So just be careful if you guys do that. Last step is we are just going to wash this guy off a little bit. Just give him a little rinse. And that's how you do a European mount right there. Good to go. Now all I have to do is put some hardware on the back of it and hang it up on the wall. All right, hope that video helped you guys. I'm not an absolute pro at it. I'm sure there's better ways to do it, but it works for me, and I hope it works for you. So give it a shot. Save yourself some money. And if you guys like what I'm doing, just follow me. I do all kinds of adventures. Mascot Zoli. I'm known as Mr. Clean, and I've done a bunch of different goofy videos, but I'm going to start doing some adventure videos, hunting, fishing, camping, that sort of thing. So little helpful tips like that, and really appreciate you guys checking it out. So we'll talk to you at the next one.